Hey everybody, welcome back to BAM Collectibles. Today I have a very nostalgic Pokemon statue that I cannot wait to unbox and showcase for you. Now, Pokemon is something very near and dear to me. Ever since I was a kid, me and my brother both got Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue. Of course, he ended up taking Pokemon Red because Charizard's the coolest. I got stuck with Blue, fell in love with that turtle. But let me tell you, this many years later, and I still wish I got Charizard. You suck, brother. Moving on. Buckle up, let's enjoy a trip down memory lane as we take a look at this nostalgic piece. Before we do, I wanted to mention, if you enjoy my content and haven't taken the time to subscribe, what are you waiting for? Getting so close to that 500 sub milestone. Thank you so much to everybody who continuously comes back to support the channel. I always love when a studio takes the time to make the box art look great, because when you're first opening that package, what do you first see? That box. And man, if this doesn't get you hyped to see what's inside and how this is going to look when you assemble it. So upon first opening the box, they have a very nice printed out instruction manual if you need some assistance on how and where to put certain pieces for this statue. Now, this part of the video might seem a little slow and boring to some, but I think it's very important to take the time to look and see where all the pieces were originally packed, how it was kept. So really, this helps individuals if you're moving, you need to repackage your statues. If you're deciding to sell off a piece, it's always great to have a nice reference point to come back to and look at and see where were things kept in the original packaging. Now, thankfully, everything arrived safe, nothing was broken, and this is very basic packaging, but does the job for how many small, tiny pieces there are. Now, to mention, everything was originally wrapped in little plastic baggies, but I went ahead and took those out before the video to expedite things. Taking a look at the main base for the statue, this is one of the things that really caught my attention when I first saw the prototype for the statue. Who in the world thinks to make an original Game Boy as a part of the statue base? Now, along with the original Game Boy, we can also see the bag that's represented in the game that holds your inventory, as well as Ash's house. The Game Boy Advance was done just as well, with all these little unique details that make it feel like the original console. These metallic painted screws in the back that aren't really screws, it's just resin. And they have this little slot down below where it connects to the Game Boy. It's amazing how they added all these little ports that add to making it feel more realistic. Upon opening the packaging, I had no idea that they included this fake resin game cartridge of the original Japanese game. Really awesome how it fits right in the cartridge, just like the original Game Boy Advance. These are the two bag straps that get put on the bag that's on the original base. Now, here's a look at the first Pokemon featured in the statue, the most iconic Pokemon of them all, Pikachu. The paint application on this is absolutely flawless. Look at all these close-up details. Here's the Poke Flute that we all had to use to wake up Big Boy Snorlax. Along with the Poke Flute, they had two music notes that add to the details with this. The second Pokemon featured in this is Mew, and man, what a cute little perfect sculpt they have with this. The tail attaches via the back right there, and wow, look at these eyes. So dang good. The hole on the side is used to connect it to the base. This one is a little hard to tell at first, but it's actually a representation of the sprite used for the original Pikachu. Here's the sprite used for the character in the first Red and Blue game. I don't know about you, but I had some crazy names for mine back then. Now, the Pokedex is so well done. All the different paint applications on here, and I love the fact that they had this as if it was showcasing Mew in the Pokedex, showing the attack, speed, defense, his HP, what kind of Pokemon he was, and the original little sprite from Mew. On to the last Pokemon displayed here, Charizard. The sculpt here is spot on. They have these little dust clouds coming off of his wings as if he was popping right out of the Game Boy Advance. Last thing included in this is some blue tack, which is very much needed in this statue because not all the pieces fit perfectly. Definitely something I want to mention is the Game Boy Advance does not fit very easily. I had to kind of turn it around backwards and really shake it, shimmy it into place. Now, before we get into this next part, I wanted to talk about blue tack. So some might ask, what is it? What is its purpose? And in this instance, you'll see soon, I will be needing it to get this other strap on because it just doesn't sit right or it doesn't stay on secured. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of that blue tack material. You'll see here, I'll pull a little piece off, kind of form it into a ball, which makes it easy to just adhere it to the piece that you're trying to put on more securely. Blue tack is a very safe way to get things to adhere to statues if they're either loose or not fitting like you want to, or just want to add that extra layer of security to make sure nothing falls off. I had to use some extra blue tack on the music notes as well as the poke flute to make sure that everything stuck on accordingly and didn't fall off. What I love most about the statue is that there's just so much going on here. So much nostalgia, so much references to in-game items, and overall, it just really showcases a fantastic memory that I have and hold dear to myself. I absolutely love the fact that they gave us a resin game cartridge to stick inside just to add another layer of details that makes this piece amazing. For the era of Pokemon on Game Boy and Game Boy Advance, I feel like they chose the three best Pokemon that represent those generations in being iconic, memorable characters for us. Now, in the end, it's going to be my personal preference not to use the sprite versions of the in-game character as well as the Pikachu sprite. I just didn't like how it added to it. Maybe it was just a tad too busy for me. But overall, what an incredible statue this is. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this statue unboxing and showcase. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this statue and how does it make you feel when you look at it. Please do subscribe to keep up with all future content, and as always, do what you love and love what you do. Bam out.